This conference will now be recorded.
So in the previous session, we have discussed about objects, and we have discussed what exactly an object and what it represents, and what are the various types of objects that we have in Salesforce, and what is the difference between the standard object and the custom object we have discussed. And we have discussed about the various governor limits imposed by Salesforce while creating the custom objects inside our Salesforce arc. And we have discussed about the various ways to list out the objects available inside my organization, including standard, including custom, how to see those objects. We have discussed the various ways. And then we have discussed whenever I'm creating a custom object in Salesforce, what will happen behind the screen. So what are the various features that Salesforce offers upon creating the custom object? We have discussed. So that we have identified that upon creating a custom object in Salesforce, Salesforce provides three layers. It provides three features. The first one, Salesforce is providing a table. Whatever the name that we have given for the object, with the same name, it is preparing a table, but the table name will be postfixing with underscore underscore C because it's a custom object. Custom object names will be always postfixed with underscore underscore C. So this is a custom object. So whatever the name that I have given for my object with that same name, it creates a new table inside your Salesforce arc. But the table is not an empty table. The table contains some standard fields, some default fields. By default, in every object, Salesforce provides 5 standard fields, like the ID, name, owner, created by, last modified by. These are the 5 fields will be given by Salesforce by default. Suppose if I am creating 20 in a if I'm creating 20 objects inside my Salesforce arc, in every object, these 5 fields are common. That means these 5 fields are standard fields in each and every object in Salesforce, including standard, including custom. In every object, these 5 fields are common. Next. So once the table is ready with the required fields, then to manage the records inside this table, Salesforce provides a group of user interfaces in the form of a tab. Salesforce provides a group of user interfaces in the form of tab, where the tab name will be in plural format, object name will be in singular format. My object name is customer underscore underscore C, and my tab name is customers. So through this customers tab, we can use the user interfaces. Through these user interfaces, we can manage the records inside this object. So on this user interface, we have so many visual appearance controls. Visual appearance controls are nothing but the various text boxes, buttons, check boxes, pick list controls, radio buttons. So many controls are available which are having some visual appearance. Each control is having a specific appearance, it is having a shape. Now, so in this case here, we are having so many visual appearance controls are available. So now after entering the data inside these controls, upon click on this save button, the data should be residing inside my object. That means it should create a new record inside the object. Once I click on this cancel button, it should cancel the current request. So that upon click on this button controls, if you want to do some actions, If you want to perform some operations, it requires some business logic here. So, as part of this object, it provides a business logic also in the form of class, where your business logic class name, your table name exactly similar. Whatever the name that we have for the object, with the same name, it is preparing a business logic class also. These are the three layers. That means upon creating a custom object in Salesforce, it provides a table, it provides a user interfaces, it provides a business logic also. All the three layers will be given by Salesforce by default as part of this object creation. Okay. Now let's see how can we create these objects in Salesforce. How many ways are available in Salesforce to create a custom object? Okay, now let's see one by one. Now, so whenever we are creating a custom object, we have two ways are available. Okay, we have two ways are available upon creating a custom object. The first one with the help of object manager. We can use the help of object manager. Through this object manager, we can create your own custom object. This is the first way. And the second way is schema builder. Through schema builder also, we can create our own custom object also. Through schema builder also, we can create your own custom objects. So upon creating the custom objects, we have two ways. First one, object manager. Second one, schema builder. These are the two ways are available. But if I'm creating the object through schema builder, it is giving some side effects. There are some side effects are available upon creating this object through schema builder. Then how to create the object through schema builder? What kind of side effects it will introduce, which you will see later. During the schema builder concept, I will discuss about this point over here. Okay, now let's go with that object manager. Through this object manager, how can we create our own custom object? What is the navigation Salesforce provides? We'll see one by one. Okay, clear up to this one? Now. So now let's see. Whenever we are creating the custom objects, in the real-time implementation, you will be getting two types of requirements. In real-time implementations, upon creating the custom objects, you will get two types of requirements. First type is, sometimes the client will ask you to create a custom object with all these three layers. They want the table, they want that user interface, that means tab, they want business logic also. All the three layers they want. So that is the first case. In the first case, they want all these three layers. They want a table and the tab and the business logic layer, all these three. Now, in some cases, the client will raise a requirement. I want only the table and the business logic. I want only the table and the business logic. Now, because I have my own third-party application, I have an SAP application, a Java application, RQL application, where I'm having my own user interfaces are available. Through this user interface, I will enter some data. When I click on the save button, it should store into my Salesforce object. It should not store into my local device. It should not store into my local database. It should store into the cloud database, which I'm utilizing from Salesforce. So I don't want the tab, just I want use of the table and I want this business logic. Because through the third party application or through a tool, I will manage the records. I will insert the records, I will update the records, I will delete, I will view the records with the help of a tool which already I have. I'm having a tool is available with me. That means a ready-made software available with me. Through that ready-made software, I will take care of managing the records inside this. I don't want this user interfaces. Whatever the tabs be providing by Salesforce, I don't want those tabs. I have my own user interface with by using Java, .NET. Through that, I will manage the records. So just I want only the table and the business logic. In this case, how to create a custom object with all these three layers? How to create this custom object with only by using table and then business logic class without any tab. How to do that? We'll see both the scenarios here. I will show you these two use cases practically. How can we implement? Clear? Now, let's see. Okay. So let's see how to create our own custom object by using object manager. Now let's see one by one. Now, make a note of this one. Creating a custom object. While creating a custom object, Salesforce provides the below three layers by default. First one, it provides a table. Okay, for example, if I'm creating a custom object here, like some customer, it provides a table where the table name is customer underscore underscore C. Inside this table, it is providing five standard fields like ID field, name field, owner, created by, and the last modified by. These are the five fields it will create by default. Second one, it provides a tab, that means user interfaces, where the tab name is customers. Third one, business logic, that will be in the form of a class where the business logic class name is customer underscore underscore C. These are the three layers. Upon creating a custom object in Salesforce by giving the name customer, it provides these three layers by default: a table with the five standard fields and a tab to manage the records, and the business logic class to perform the actions. Now, we have the below two ways to create a custom object. First one, by using object manager. Second one, by using schema builder. So these are the two ways are available through which we can create our own custom objects. With the help of object manager, we can create our own custom object. Through schema builder also, we can create our own custom object. Then how can we create a custom object through object manager? Let me list out the navigation first, and then I will show you with the practical use case. Done with these points?
Yes,
Now,
we are done.
let's see how can we create a custom object. Let me give you the navigation first, then I will show you the practical use case. Upon giving the navigation, I will explain each and every point, each and every option which we are going to use in object creation. Okay. Now, click on setup menu and click on object manager tab. click on create button and click on custom object. Click on custom object. Now click on custom object button, enter the singular label and plural label and description. So now tell me, singular label is for what? Plural label is for what? Singular label is for object. Plural label is for
Tab.
tab. Simple concept. Singular label, for example, I'm indicating customer. Plural label, I'm indicating as customers. So this is for tab. This is for object. Now specify the description. So basically description is optional. You may enter, you may not enter the description, but as a best practice, we have to specify the description for the object to indicate why we are creating this object. What is the purpose of this object? What kind of data that you are going to hold inside the object to indicate that, okay, giving the description is, okay, mandatory option here as a best practice. Now, go to the optional features section. Go to the optional features section. Select the checkbox allow reports. Select the checkbox allow reports. So what do you mean by this allow reports checkbox indicates? Basically, this allow reports checkbox indicates, please allow me to generate some reports based on the data available inside this object. That means I'm creating a new customer object right now. From now onwards, I'm storing some records inside my object here. I'm keep on storing some customers' data. So as per my business, every day I want to generate a report to know today how many customers has visited my organization. Last week, how many customers has visited my organization? Last month, how many customers has visited? I would like to generate a detailed report. This report I want to forward to my regional head or to my sales manager or to my business head. I would like to forward this data so that I want to generate some reports. It may be daily report, weekly report, monthly report, quarterly report, anything, whatever. Because to know the growth of my business, to know the performance of my business, whether my business is in growing stage or where my business is running with some loss, I would like to check it out so that I can take some necessary action plans to improve the number of customers. We can offer some new discounts. We can offer some new benefits so that we can attract the customers and we can capture some new customers by selling out some products. For that reason, I would like to generate some reports. So please allow me to generate some reports based on the data available inside this object here. So that we are selecting the checkbox allow reports. Here I'm going to discuss 4 checkboxes. Each checkbox is a separate topic in Salesforce. As part of configuration, each checkbox is a separate topic here. Reports is a separate topic, which will take minimum 3 sessions over there. Okay, we'll see that concepts also later. During the configuration and admin part itself, we'll see that reports concept as well here. Now, so allow reports is a checkbox which will be allowing you to create some reports based on the data available inside this object here. Okay, now, second one. Select the checkbox allow activities. select the checkbox, allow activities. So what do you mean by allow activities? What did you understood with this one? Activities in the sense what? Hmm. Activities in the sense some alarms, reminders. Okay, we can able to add some reminders. Generally, inside our mobile, we are adding some alarm. Like for example, assume that tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock we have a meeting at office. Okay, we have a client call. So we have to start by 6:30. If you want to start by 6:30, then we should be get ready by 6:20 here in the morning. If you want to get ready by 6:20, we have to wake up by 5:45. If you want to wake up by 5:45, we have to put the alarm by 4 o'clock. So from there, 4 o'clock, keep on onwards, like a snoozing, snoozing, snoozing. Finally, we'll wake up by 5:45. We'll be get ready by 6:20. We'll reach the office by 7 o'clock to attend the client call. That means what? We are adding some alarm inside the mobile. So what that alarm will indicate, the alarm is informing you, it is reminding you, boss, you have a meeting at 7 o'clock in office, so please wake up, please wake up, please wake up. It will be giving the reminder notifications to you. So now here in this case, here, like the similar way, if you want to add some reminders, if you want to add some alarms inside your Salesforce, then don't use your mobile. Please use the Salesforce application itself. Inside this application, we can add those reminders also. We can add those alarms also over here. Okay, now let me explain a small scenario so that we can understand. Assume that, assume that I'm a salesperson, I'm a sales executive. Today, I have received some lead records from the marketing team. Today, we have received some lead records from the marketing team. As a sales representative, what will be my responsibility? We need to contact these leads over the phone, and then we have to give the required information. We have to offer some discounts if required. If required, follow up with the people multiple times again and again and again. Convince the people to buy the product. Once the person is ready to buy the product, we have to convert the lead as customer. This is my responsibility here. That means, as a sales representative, it's my responsibility. I need to sell out some products. I need to bring some business to my company. I need to generate some revenue to my company here. So I will be getting some incentives also if I'm reaching to my targets. As a salesperson, I'm having some targets. Every month we have to convert 20 leads as the customers. If I'm converting more than 20 leads as a customer within a month, I will be getting some additional incentives also. We'll be getting some bonus also, commissions also. So in this case, what needs to be done? We need to contact the lead people, keep on. Now, for example, today morning at 7 o'clock, I made a call to the lead person here. Assume that he is the lead person. I made a call to the lead person morning at 7 o'clock. This lead is very, very important lead for us because he is almost okay to buy our products. If I'm offering some 10% discount, definitely he will buy my products over here. Now, so now as a morning, as a sales representative, today morning at 9 o'clock, I made a call to the lead person here on his phone number. Immediately, he picked up my call. He told me, I'm in a meeting, so please call me after 1 hour. So during that time, he's in an office. He's in a client call. So he's unable to discuss with me regarding the product. So he asked me to call back after 1 hour. Now that means what we need to do? I need to make a call after 10 o'clock here. Suppose because of some other work, if I forgot to make a call to the lead person, definitely I will miss this lead. Definitely I will be losing some revenue. I can't meet my targets. For that one, how can we remember the information? I need to make a call to this lead person, some so and so Ramesh Kumar, after 10 o'clock here. How can we remember? Do I need to make a note in my mobile here? Do I need to add a reminder in my mobile? No, I can't add. That reminder information we can add inside your Salesforce application itself. So that Salesforce has given a feature called as activities. As part of activities, we have two objects are available. First one, task. Second one, event. Okay, task and the event. These are the two objects are available which are comes under activities. So we can able to add some reminders and the alarms inside your Salesforce application itself with the help of this option, allow activities. Clear? Now, next one. Select the checkbox, track field history. Select the checkbox, track field history. So what exactly this checkbox indicates and what is the use? Now let's see. Now tell me what did you understood with this option, track field history?
So per
To
particular
track the
field, if
object,
we modify anything or update anything, so we'll have the track for that particular field.
right? Hmm. Okay.
So whatever the change,
Now, now,
whatever we change, we do, that
now
will
let's
come
see.
under the track field history.
For example, nowadays, wherever you go on the roads also, shopping malls also, supermarkets also, movie theaters also, everywhere they're having some CC cameras. Why? They keep on monitoring the people's activities here so that they can protect their properties from the damages. If any another is the person is entering into the shopping mall, or if any person is making some damages for the property, they can capture those people's information and they can able to file a legal case on that person as well. Now, in this case, they're appointing some CC cameras. Like the similar way on my object, I want to appoint some CC cameras also. Because in my object, I have created so many records inside my object here, which are very, very important, which is having some confidential data, some sensitive data is available inside my object records. Suppose if any other user inside my organization, not only myself, if any other salesperson or if any other service person modified my record, then how do we know who modified my record? When they have modified my record? What field values they have modified? What value they have assigned? What is the old value? What is the new value they have assigned? I would like to track that information. So in this case, we are using the help of a feature called as track field history. By using this track field history, we can track the modifications happened on your record, including myself also. If I modified my record, it will track automatically, okay, so and so person has modified your record and so date and so time. These are the field values he has modified. This is the actual value. This is the new value he has assigned. So everything will be tracking the Salesforce. So by using this track field history, we can track the last 18 months data, 18 months, 1.5 year. Since last 18 months, how many times a record has been modified? How many people modified your record? On what date and what time they have modified? What field values they have modified? What is the actual value? What is the new value they have assigned? Everything will be tracking with Salesforce automatically with the help of track field history. Okay, just it will track the information, store the information inside the database here, like as your CC camera, it will capture the pictures, it will be storing inside the device automatically. From there we have to monitor the CCTV footage if there is any damages has been made, okay, for my property here we can open the CCTV footage, we can check it out. We have to monitor manually. Now, so in this case here, sometimes you can raise a question, sir, if anybody is doing some changes in my record, I want an alert. I want to get some notification. Do we have any such kind of option? Yes. For that one, we have one more option here. Select the
Because I have
checkbox,
one question. So,
allow
are we
in
storing all these
charter groups.
different activities in database?
Sorry?
Are we maintaining? I mean, the Salesforce maintains all the DB history also for all the track field
Yes.
history and
Yes,
allow
yes, yes. For that
allow
one,
activity.
separate objects. Yes. For this
Okay.
one,
Okay. Thank
separate objects are available.
you. Okay. Thank you.
Now, these are the 4 checkboxes are available. Each checkbox is a separated topic as part of configuration. Okay. Now, so now whenever we are creating a custom object, whatever the records that we have stored inside the object, if you want to show the records in the report, then select the checkbox allow reports. allow activities. So on this object records, I would like to add some CC cameras which will be tracking all this information. We can add some reminders also. We can track the history of the fields also. Simply we can say like as audit tracking, and then we can able to get some alerts through charter notification if there is any modifications has been happened inside my record. These are the four options. Next.
Okay.
Go
If I
to
miss to select any one of them and later can I check it?
yes. Yes.
Okay.
Whenever we are creating the object, if you forgot to select any of this option at any point of time upon updating the object settings, we can select it, no problem. Now, go to the deployment settings section. Here we are having two options are available. First one, in development. Second one, deployed. Two options are available here. Now, the deployment means what? Installation. Generally, in our real world, we are calling it as installation. But that installation process is called as deployment in technical words. In technical words, deployment in the sense installations. Now. So now once the object has been getting prepared, then what is the current status of this object? Whether this object is ready to use or not. To indicate, we are indicating that status in development or deployed. For example, come to a small scenario. Assume that whenever we are accessing some websites, it will be giving some message, website is under construction, please try after some time. That means what here? That means the technical team is updating some content in the website. So they're doing some maintenance activity for the object, for the website, so that we can't access right now. Suppose once a website has been deployed, then we can access that website content and everything we can see. Like the similar way here also, whatever the object that we are creating right now, whether the object is ready to use or not. So that we are having these two options. If it is in development, that means still the object is in construction stage. Still we are creating the object. We are adding some fields so that this object is not ready to use by the users. Because inside my organization, not only myself, so many other users are available. Those people will try to use this object. So don't allow the people to access my object to create some records, because still I'm preparing this object. I'm adding some fields over here. So please wait for some time. Object is not ready to use. To indicate that we are using in development. That means object is still in construction stage. Deploy means what? Object is ready to use. So my object is ready with the required columns so that other users can access my object and they can manage the records inside this object also. So to indicate that we are using the deployment settings option. Now, object is ready to use. Now, object is not ready to use. Object is not ready to use. Next one. Go to the object creation options section. Select the checkbox, add notes and attachments, related list. Select the checkbox, add notes and attachments, related list. Generally, related list means what? List in the sense, a group, a collection. Related list means what? A list of related records. A list of related records. Like for example, we have an account. For account, can we have some opportunities? Yes. Can we have some cases? Yes. So for this account, these are all our list of related records. So this is called as related list. Now, so now what do you mean by this checkbox, add notes and attachments? Once a record has been created, if you want to add any attachments along with the record, like for example, assume that Today, I want to apply for a job. So I saw a requirement in the Naukri portal regarding the Salesforce development. So now I'm looking for a job, and that requirement is exactly matching with my profile. So in that requirement, they have mentioned the HR person's email ID also, to whom we need to forward our profiles. So I'm using the Gmail application to send that email notification. Upon applying for the job, we need to add my profile also as an attachment along with the email, right? Yes, because without attaching that profile, without getting that profile, how the technical team will understand whether my profile is exactly matching with the requirement or not? So we need to add our resume along with that email as an attachment. So like the similar way, if you want to add some attachments along with the records, then we require an option, add the notes and attachments. Add the notes and attachments related list will provide the facility. Once a record is created, for that record we can add some attachments also, some files also, images also we can able to add as attachments as well. Okay, next. The next checkbox, the most important checkbox here. Now, select the checkbox, launch a custom tab wizard after saving the custom object. Launch a custom tab wizard after saving the custom object. Now tell me what did you understood with this option? Right. Now, in this case here, now launch a new custom tab wizard after saving the custom object. That means what? This checkbox is asking you, boss, you are creating a custom object with the name some customer. For that object, we are adding the table also. We are preparing business logic also. We are giving 5 standard fields also. Now tell me, for your object, you want the tab or not? To manage the records inside this object, do you want the tab or not? If you want, select the checkbox. If you don't want, don't select the checkbox. So this checkbox will decide for your object tab should be created or not. If you want the tab along with the table, then select the checkbox, or else don't select this checkbox over. Clear? Now click on Save button. Select the tab style from the lookup icon. From the lookup icon. Select the tab style from the lookup icon. That means whenever I'm creating an object, for that object, I want the tab. For that tab, what style that you want to apply? So Salesforce provides a group of styles to you ready-madely. So by using those, lookup icon, we can select the style, whatever you want to apply for your tab. That means what color and the what image you want to apply for the tab, that we can select by using this tab style. Next. Click on default on to make the tab to be visible to all profile users. I want to make this tab to be visible to all profile users here, so that we can select that default on. Next, select the checkbox. Select the checkbox. Include tab to make the tab to be visible in all applications. That means what are the tab that we are creating for my object, this tab should be visible where? This tab should be visible in which applications? We have so many standard applications, we have so many custom applications. In these applications, in which applications you want to make this tab to be visible, that we can decide by using include tab checkbox. And then click on save button. So this is the navigation to create your own custom object in Salesforce.
Done, sir.
Done, sir.
Okay. Done with this? Now, let's see how can we do this, okay, with the practicals. So now I have given the navigation over here. This is a complete lightning navigation, not classic part over here. Okay. Now, so this is the lightning navigation. So now whenever we are creating a custom object, these are the various options are available. Okay. Now, we know each and every option which we have inside this object creation, we have discussed. Now, so let's take that use case now. How can we create our own custom objects now? Now, create a custom object, customer, to manage the customer's data. Customer's data. Along with the tab. Along with the tab. I want an object with a tab. I want the tab also for my object. Then how can we create a custom object with a tab? Now let's see practically. Then how can we create a custom object with the tab? Now let me show you. So let me go to my Salesforce R. Let me show you with the practical. I'm going to my Salesforce org now. Now, so now I would like to create a new custom object by using Object Manager. Just you can go to the Setup menu, click on Setup. It will provide a user interface over here like this. Now go to the Setup menu. Here we are having this Object Manager tab. Just you can go to this Object Manager tab now. Now here we have a button called as Create. Expand it. Click on the option Custom Object. Okay, click on the option Custom Object. Now it is providing a user interface to you to provide the details to create a new custom objects. In order to create a new custom object, it provides a user interface. Now specify the singular label, plural label. They're clearly indicating for your information, like as account, accounts. This is for object, this is for tab. And give the description. It's an optional. If you want, we can specify or else leave it. Next, go to the optional features section, select the checkboxes here, allow reports, allow activities, track field history, allow in charter groups. And then go to the deployment settings section, select that status as deployed. I want to make the object to be visible to, that means okay, ready to accept by the users. Go to the object creation options section, select the checkbox notes and attachments, and then launch a new custom tab wizard. Okay, now let's see. So now tell me what kind of data that we need to fill over here. What kind of data that we need to fill inside this?
Customer for the
So
label.
now what is my label here?
Customer.
Customer. So what is the
Customers.
plural label now?
Customers.
Customers.
Now. So now here I'm indicating that we are giving this one customer and that label tab name as customers. As soon as whenever I'm providing this label, okay, and then plural label, Salesforce will be giving the subject name as customer. Upon creating the table, it will add this subject name by postfixing with __ C automatically. Now let me give the description. This object is used to manage all the customer details. This object is used to manage all the customer details. I'm giving some description. Now let's go to the optional features section. Now I want to generate some reports also. I want to add some reminders and the alarms also on my records. I want to enable the field history tracking. I would like to get some chatter alerts, okay, if anybody has modified my record. And then select the deployment settings section. I want to make it as a deployed. Now I'm selecting add notes and attachments. That means when the record has been created inside the object, I want to add some attachments along with the record also, so that I want this attachments option. So select this add notes and attachments option. Now tell me, do you want a tab for this object or not? For this object,
Yes.
do you want tab or not?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
we want the
we'll
tab.
tab.
Now, in this case, select this checkbox, launch a new custom tab wizard after saving the custom object. If the checkbox is selected, then only tab will be created. If the checkbox is not selected, then what it will create? Simply table
It will just
and then
simply
business
table.
logic class. That's it. Simply table, business logic class. These two will be prepared. Tab will not be prepared for you here. Okay? Now I want the tab for my object also. So that I'm selecting the checkbox, launch a new custom tab wizard after saving the custom object. Now click on save button. No, because if I'm selecting in development, okay, then the object will not be ready to use for the users. I want to make it visible to all the people so that they can create some records. Now, so now select that tab style. What style you want to apply for your tab? Select the tab style. Salesforce is providing so many tab styles to you by default. So now click on this lookup icon, select the tab style, whatever you want. Now it is providing so many styles to you by default. These are the various styles are available. Each style contains two properties. One is color, second one is image. Color, image, color, image, color, image. So each style will be having a color and the image here. Now from these styles, which style you want to apply? Now, which style you would like to apply, okay, for your tab? So whatever the object that I'm creating right now, for this object, Salesforce is creating a tab also. For this tab, what style that you want to apply, that we can select it here. Now, so in this case, you can raise the question, sir, now we have so many styles are available, but we have selected a style, but the color is looking good, okay, but the image is not good. So I found one more style also, but the image is good, but the color is not good. Now, in this case, sir, do we have any chance to select our own color, our own image? Yes, there is a possibility.
Yes.
So that here we can go to that, create your own style. Click on create your own style. Select the color by using the color palette. Now, once you click on this color icon, the color palette will be getting visible to you here. From this color palette, select the color whatever you want to apply. Depends upon your requirement. Select the color whatever you want to apply. Once the color has been selected, select the image here. But the image should be uploaded into the document object first. That is a fundamental rule. So now insert an image. We have to upload the image first, and from there we can able to accessible over here. Okay. Now, so now I don't want to select. Right. For the tabs, it will apply.
Sir, I have one question here. So if we are accessing the Lightning one, that should directly come to our local
Yes.
desktop to select
Yes.
image, but it seems like the classic one. So I think
Now
it
the
might be
user
developed
interface
in
is purely
classing.
classic. Now this
Right,
user
right, right.
interface is
Got it.
completely classic part.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Now, so now here we can able to select that the style whatever you want to apply. So now, for example, I'm selecting a style like as some shopping cart style. Here's the style. RL, this is the customer. Customer in the sense of person. If you want to select the person symbol, then you can select here. People style is available. Presenter style is also available. These two are having people's images are available here. Based on your requirement, we can choose. No restrictions at all here. Any style you want, you can apply. Now, select this style. I'm selecting the style people style here. It will be showing that people symbol. Now click on next button. Now make the tab to be visible to all the profile users by making it as a default on. Here you will be getting three options will be available. Default on, default off, tab hidden. Three options will be available as part of this pick list over here. These are the three options will be available here. Default on, default off, tab hidden. Default on means what? This tab will be visible on the tab bar by default. This is the meaning of default on. Okay. Default off means what? The tab will not be visible to you on the tab bar. This will be available in all tabs option. From there, we need to add manually here. That is option here, default off. Third one, tab hidden. That means on this tab, you are not at all having the access. You can't see the tab at all here. That is the functionality of tab hidden. Now, I want to make this tab to be visible to all the profile users. So for everyone, I want to make it visible. That means all the profile users can access my object. They can manage the data by using the tab creating by Salesforce right now. Now, click on next button. Now, whatever the tab that we are creating, this tab should be visible in what applications? In my Salesforce R, we have so many applications are available, including classic, including lightning, including standard, including custom. So many applications are available. In what applications this particular tab should be accessible on the tab bar, that we can decide. Now, I want to make it visible to all the applications also, so that I'm selecting the checkbox include tab. By selecting this include tab checkbox, I want to make this tab to be visible in all the applications also available inside my Salesforce R. Okay? Clear about the navigation now? Next. Click on Save button. As soon as once I click on this Save button, it will be creating a new custom object for you. So what is the name that I have given for my object? Customer. So what is the table name? Customer underscore underscore C. It is creating an object with the name customer underscore underscore C, because we know that. So now each and every custom object name will be always post fixing with underscore underscore C. This is the notation followed by Salesforce. Okay. Now inside this object, what fields will be giving by Salesforce by default? How many fields? 5 fields. Now, where we can see in the left panel, we have an option called as fields and relationships section. We have an option called as fields and relationships section. Select this fields and relationships section. Now we can see what fields are available. ID field is common for every object. ID field is common, a common field that will not be visible inside the fields list. And along with the ID field, you will be having name field, owner field, created by, last modified by. All these fields will be available over here. So we'll be getting that 5 fields commonly for every object. If you are creating 100 objects, then in every object, these 5 fields will be common as it is here. Clear? Understood the concept now? Next.
Where is the
So
ID, Mr.
now we have
Feroz?
understood that just now
I
we
can
have
see 4
created a
items,
custom
but I can't
object
see the ID here.
now. So in this case, we have created a custom object with the name customer. Salesforce has created a table. Once you go to the details tab, we can see this object name, that means table name, customer underscore underscore C. Inside this object, these are the 5 fields. 4 fields will be visible. ID field will not be visible here. It's a common field for every object, whatever we have in Salesforce, including standard, including custom. To recognize each and every record uniquely inside the table, Salesforce is generating the record ID. To store that ID, Salesforce is adding that ID field in every object in Salesforce. So that ID field will not be visible over here. Okay, because that is a common field for every object. Now, so now we have observed table also. We have observed fields also here, standard fields. Now I would like to check it out whether Salesforce has given the tab or not. I would like to check. So whether Salesforce has given the tab or not, let me check it out. How can we check the tabs? Go to that app launcher, select any of the application, whatever we have. I'm selecting the Big C sales application here. Now tell me, do we have this tab on the tab bar? Yes or no? Yes, customers tab is available. Because we have created the object name as what? Customer. Tab name as customers. Now, click on this customers tab here. User interfaces are available ready-made here. Now, can we create some new records inside my object now? Yes. Click on new button.
Yes.
Form has been opened. Customer name we are entering. ID value generated by Salesforce. Created by, generated by Salesforce. Last modified by, generated by Salesforce. Name we can enter. Owner value also tracking by Salesforce automatically. Currently logged in user will be your owner of the record. So now I'm creating a new customer record. For example, some Tata Motors. I'm storing a new customer record like some Tata Motors Incorporation. Now here in this case, user interface is available. When I click on save button, what will happen? Record will be created. That means what? Business logic will be available here, because without the business logic, when I click on the button control, it can't do any action. It can't do any operation. So that here, once you click on save button, if the record is created, that means what? Business logic also has been given by Salesforce. It has given the table, it has given the tab, it has given the business logic also. From there, how to manage the records, you know that. Okay, same story. How to create, how to modify, how to delete, how to view, and how can we restore everything, you know that concept here. Same story, no change at all. Okay, I want to create one more customer record. So click on customers tab, click on new button. I'm giving the customer name as some Tesla Motors. Tesla Motors. Save and new. I want to create one more. I'm creating a new customer, some Ready Labs. Okay, Ready Labs Incorporation. Save and new. I'm creating one more customer over here. Like for example, I would like to indicate that now Merck Incorporation. Merck Incorporation. Now click on save. So like that, we can manage the records. Just you can go to that customers tab. Now we can create the records. If you want, we can modify. Open the record, click on edit button, make the changes, save it. And you can delete and you can restore, you can view, everything will be same story, no change at all. Already we know how to manage the records inside the object, already we know that. Okay, clear? Now tell me, have you written any code till now? Have you used any programming languages to implement this functionality?
No.
Just by using the mouse clicks, simply I have created the object. Whenever I'm creating the object, Salesforce is providing this complete, complete 3 layers architecture automatically by default. So this is the major advantage that we have in Salesforce. We no need to design the table manually by writing some script. We no need to build the business logic manually by writing by using some programming languages. We no need to design the user interfaces by using some web technologies. Everything will be building the Salesforce in one shot upon creating a custom object. Just with the help of some navigational steps, whenever I'm creating an object, Salesforce will provide all these layers to you by default. Okay, clear? Understood the concept here? Now, so this is the way we are creating a custom object in Salesforce. Like that, how many custom objects we can create in free developer edition now?
400.
400, right. Okay, 400 custom objects here. So inside your free developer edition, we can create 400 custom objects. In unlimited edition, how many objects we can create? 2000. Like that, depends upon your application requirement, we can create those object records. Okay, now. So now in this case, you can raise a question. Sir, for this object, what is the ID? How can we check it out? Now, let's open any other record here. Copy the record ID from the URL. There is the record ID. What is my object ID now? Object ID.
005.
005.
005.
005. 005 is user object ID.
A00.
A00.
800.
Right.
800.
This is your object ID. Okay, for every object, Salesforce is allocating a 3 characters alphanumerical number. Inside your record ID, first 3 characters are representing your object ID here. Okay, A00 is my object ID here. Okay, it may be standard, it may be custom. For every object, Salesforce is generating this object ID, irrespective of the object type. Okay, clear? Now, suppose in your Salesforce R, if you're creating a custom object with the name some customer, then what ID Salesforce will generate? No guarantee. It may be A00, it may be B00, we don't know. Because custom object IDs are different from organization to organization. Standard object IDs are common to all the organizations over here. Clear? Now.
Your customer is the standard objects also.
It won't change the ID. ID will be fixed. Once an object ID has been generated here, throughout that entire lifetime of this object, ID will be same, no change. Okay. Now, clear? Now, let's see. One more use case now. Now, let's go with that second scenario. Now, in some cases, in the implementation part, the client will be raising a requirement that we want a Salesforce object just to store some data. Because we have our own SAP application or a Java application or a third-party tool that we have, which we have built in the past. Through the tool, I want to store some data into my Salesforce object. So I want a Salesforce object with a table and with a business logic, but I don't want tab. I don't want to use the Salesforce provided tab. I want to use my own custom user interfaces to manage the records inside this object. Then how can we create our own tabs right now? So how can we create our own object without tab right now? Now tell me how can we do this one? I want an object without any tab.
We'll follow the same process, but at the last, before saving, we won't check the allow tab button to create
so now
a tab.
Whenever we are going to be creating the object, follow the same steps over here. But only one thing is, in the last section, object creation options section, there is a checkbox called as launch a new custom tab wizard after saving the custom object. Don't select the checkbox over here. Okay, just you can make the checkbox empty. Don't select that. That's it. Done. Okay, these are the two scenarios. Object with a tab object without tab here. Only two cases will be coming to the picture here. Now, let's see how can we do that. So let's take that use case. Create a custom object branch without the tab, which can be used to manage the branch records, which can be used to manage the branch records or the branch details, whatever, which can be used to manage the branch details.
Firoz, once I click on that create option, there is a pop-up called permission for this object are disabled for all the profiles by default. I can
No, because
ignore
you will be
that
getting
or anything.
just you can ignore.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Done. Now let me show you how can we create this. Let's go with the same navigation. Go to the setup menu.
Object manager.
Go to the
Object
object manager.
create
Create
custom object.
custom object. I'm giving this object label as some branch.
Branches.
I'm giving the plural label as branches. Description I'm indicating here. This object is used to hold all the branch details. Now, selecting the checkbox allow reports, allow activities, track field history, allow in charter groups. Make the deployment status as deployed. Now, I want this notes and attachments option also. Now tell me, can I select the last checkbox now?
No.
No,
No.
I don't want to select that last checkbox here. So now click on simply save button.
Save.
Now, your object has been created successfully here. So what is my object name? Branch underscore C. Okay, branch underscore C. So what fields it will be giving by default? Same 5 standard fields. Go to that fields and relationships. You will be having the ID field, which is a common, name field, owner field, created by, last modified by. Okay. Now these are the fields will be giving by Salesforce here. So it is providing the table for you. It is providing the business logic class for you. But the tab, it won't provide because we have unselected that last checkbox over here. Now let's go back to my application. Let's see. Go to the Big C sales. Do we have any tab with the name branches over here? No. That means what? Tab is not provided by Salesforce. Simply the table and the business logic class has been given by Salesforce, but the tab is not provided by Salesforce here. Okay? Clear? Understood the concept now? This is how we can create the objects in Salesforce. Okay? Now, let's come to the scenario. So now, my customer has requested me, okay, 6 months back. 6 months back, my customer has requested to create a custom object with the name branch. So during the time, based on the client's requirement, we have created a custom object with the name branch without any tab. Because during the time he told us, so customer is already having a user interface, he's having a third-party tool, he's having his Java application, .NET application. Through that application, he used to manage the data inside that object. So based on that client's requirement, simply we have created the object 6 months back. Okay, where that object is having table and the business logic class. No tab is available. They are using their own third-party tool. Through the tool, they're managing the records inside this object. They're inserting some records, they're updating the records, they're deleting the records, they're exporting the record, they're performing all this operation through their own tool itself. So since the 6 months, they're managing the data, it is working very fine, no issue, client is very happy. Now, since almost 2 weeks, client is facing so many issues with the tool. Whatever the third-party tool they're using right now to manage the data inside my Salesforce object, the tool is giving so many issues. Sometimes tool is not responding properly. Sometimes tool is terminating abnormally in the middle so that some of the data is missing. Some records are processing, some records are failed to process here. Sometimes the tool is going to be taking more time to process the records also. So that client is facing so many issues with the tool. So finally, they got realized that the tool is giving so many issues, so we don't want to continue with the tool anymore. We want to manage the records inside this object through tab itself. So I want the tab back for my object. I want the tab back. How can we create the tab for my object now? Edit
In
option.
We'll edit the object.
edit
We'll
the
edit
Just
the
you
object.
can
option.
go
We'll
back to the
create.
object settings, click on edit button, and then select that last checkbox, launch a new custom tab wizard after saving the custom object. So because I did not selected the checkbox, now select the checkbox here. Let's see. Go to the setup menu. Go to the object manager. What is that object name? Branch. So search for the object name branch. Okay, this is the branch object here. Now, what we need to do now?
We should
Edit
edit.
button. So click on edit button. Now the object details are visible in editable option. Now let's see what will happen.
Option is not there
Do you
to
have that
select.
checkbox?
No.
Do you have that section? No.
No.
That section will be visible only upon creating the object only. Once the object has been created, that section will not be visible to you. Remaining parts, remaining settings, we can update at any point of time. Once you create the object, in future, at any point of time, we can update this settings. We can select the checkbox, we can unselect the checkbox, we can do all these things also. But the last section, object creation options section, will not be visible to you at the time of modifying the object settings. This will be available only at the time of creating the object here. Now, then how to create the tab for my object now? For that one, we have to create the tab manually. Okay, we have to create the tab manually for your object here. Then how can we create the tab? Now let's see. Whenever we are creating the tab for your Salesforce object, we have 5 types of tabs available in Salesforce. Salesforce provides 5 types of tabs. First one, custom object tabs. Okay, first one, custom object tabs. Second one, web tabs. Okay, web tabs. Third one, Visual Force page tabs. Okay, Visual Force page tabs. Fourth one, Lightning component tabs. And the fifth one, Lightning page tabs. These are the 5. Custom object tabs, web tabs, Visual Force page tabs, Lightning component tabs, Lightning page tabs. These are the 5 types of tabs available in Salesforce. But now, what I'm going to create now, I want to create a tab. For what? For my custom object here. For my custom object, I want to create the tab right now. Then how can we create the tab for the custom object? Now, let's see practically here. Okay? Now, how to create the tab? Now, let me show you with the navigation first. And then we'll see the practical concept here. Clear? Now, make a note of this one. Now, creating tabs. Now, tab provides a collection of graphical user interfaces. Tab provides a collection of graphical user interfaces to be used to manage the records inside the associated object. Tab provides a collection of graphical user interfaces to be used to manage the records inside the associated object. By using tab, we can perform all the DML operations on the object records. For example, insert, update, delete, view, etc. While creating a tab for the custom object, we have the below 5 types of tabs. First one, custom object tabs. Second one, web tabs. Third one, Visual Force page tabs. Fourth one, Lightning component tabs. Fifth one, Lightning page tabs. These are the 5 ways are available over here. These are the 5 ways. Then how can we create the tab for the custom object? Now let's see. Creating custom object tab. Now, click on Setup menu. Search for the option Tabs. Go to the Custom Object Tabs section. Click on New button. Select the object name from the pick list to create the tab. Select the tab style from the lookup icon. Click on Next button. Click on Next button. Select the pick list option, default on, to make the tab to be visible to all profile users. Click on Next button. Select the checkbox, Include tab, and then click on Save button. Now it will create a tab for your object, and then it will add the tab onto your tab bar automatically by default.
Completed, sir. Done, sir.
Sorry?
Wait, sir.
So will it come under admin ticket or development?
No, admin. Admin only.
Done, sir.
Come
Thank
as a
you.
request only, right? Not an
Yes, it's a request. Done with the navigation. Now let's see the practical part. How can we create the tab for the custom object now? So upon creating the custom object, if you forgot to select that last checkbox, okay, for the tab, then this is the navigation we used to follow to create the tab for your object in future. Okay.
Done, sir.
Now let's see with the practical. How can we do this? Let me go to my Salesforce org. Go to the setup menu. Search for the option tabs. Okay, search for the option tabs. Click on tabs. Now it is indicating the various types of tabs that we can create in Salesforce, like as custom object tabs and the web tabs, Visual Force tabs, Lightning Page tabs, and the Lightning Component tabs. So these are the 5 types of tabs are available. So now let's see how can we create the tab for our custom object now. Go to the custom object tabs section. As of now, we have created only 2 objects. One is customer object, second one branch object. So now whenever we are having the object in the tab, for one object, only one tab we can create, not multiple. When you try to create the second tab for the same object, Salesforce won't allow. So object to tab, we have one-to-one association. One object, one tab, not multiple. Now, so now go to that custom object tabs section, click on new button. Now this user interface already you know. Just now upon creating the object, we have discussed this navigation. Now select the object name for which you want to create the tab. So now whatever the objects are available which you have created in the past, which doesn't have any tab, those object names will be populated. So as of now, we have created 2 objects, customer and the branch. For customer object, already tab is available, so it won't show. Branch object is not having the tab, so it is showing this branch object name. Select the tab style. From this one, same story, no change at all. I'm selecting this a branch object over here. I'm selecting like as some building style, like as a branch. Click on next button. Make the tab to be visible to all the profile users by making it as default on. Click on next button. I want to make the tab to be visible to all the applications also, so that I'm selecting include tab checkbox. Now click on save. As soon as once I click on save button, now the tab has been created successfully with the name branches. Okay. For my object, it has created the tab, that is branches tab has been created. Let's go to your Salesforce org and go to the application. Let's see. Will the tab is available or not here? Yes, branches tab is available. Click on this branches tab. We can manage the records. So click on new button. Now the branch name. I'm indicating like a some Madhapur branch. Click on save. Record has been created here. I'm creating one more branch record. Click on new Bangalore branch. Now click on save and new. I'm creating some Mumbai branch. Click on save. I'm giving like some Hyderabad branch. Like that, here we can able to specify that branches information whatever you want. So we can create multiple records also. Clear? This is how we can create our own custom objects in Salesforce, and then we can create the tab for our object also. If you forgot to select that last checkbox, that is launch a custom tab wizard after saving the custom object. Clear? Now, let's come to that scenario. For example, I have an object customer to store the customer's data. Whenever I'm storing this customer data, when I click on the new button, now only customer name is visible where we can enter the customer name. Now tell me, really this customer name field, only one text box is sufficient to store the customer's data? No.
No.
Upon collecting the customer's data, I want to get so much information, like my customer name, customer code also, location also, and then his designation also, his contact number also, email ID also, address also, his balance amount also. So much details I would like to collect. Then where we can store all these details? In order to store these details, we should have some text boxes, right? We should have some fields, right? Yes. Do we have those fields inside my object right now? No. We have only 5 fields. From those five fields, for 3 fields, Salesforce is filling up the value. For 1 field and 2 fields, we are entering the data here. Now, how to add some more fields to my object? Like as location field, and then look a phone number field, email ID field, balance amount field, age field, like that, how can we add? So that how to add our own fields to my object, we'll see in tomorrow's session. Tomorrow we'll see the concept of fields. What exactly a field, what it represents, how to create the fields in Salesforce, what are the various data types. Upon creating a field in Salesforce, Salesforce has given 19 data types, 19 data types are available. Each data type is having its own significance. Each data type is having its own significance, its own properties are available. And then how can we see those properties? What is the functionality of every property? You will see one by one here. Okay. So tomorrow we'll see the concept of fields. Okay. So do the practice on this one, object creation. Tomorrow we'll see how can we create the fields inside your object. We'll see that part. Once that fields creation is done, I will be sharing one requirement document here. I will share a requirement document. You have to work on that fields concept here. Till now, what are the concepts that I have covered, like as creating the objects, creating the fields, creating the tabs, everything will be getting covered as part of this requirement here. I will share the requirement. You have to work on this requirement document here. Like that, for every topic wise, I will be giving separate requirement documents so that you will get some hands-on experience on this part. Okay. Now, so don't miss the sessions. Okay, features are very, very important. Okay, do the practice on these features today. Okay.
You are sharing the Google right now.
Thank you.
Sir.